Welcome back, everybody. I am currently bridging over this lava lake on my way to this bastion in front of us, hoping to find a netherite armor template. I am fully enchanted, so hopefully this will not cause me too much problems. I hit hard. Right, that's the first bunch done. Inventory's full, that's annoying. Okay, that's more coming. Well, they're never ending this one. Good to see them picking up the gold. That gives us a bit of a respite. God, they're so quick. Okay. Why is he not? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, I'm using a. Oh, I must have clicked the grab button. Oh. Okay, great start to the episode. Let's go and retrieve our stuff if we can. Okay, got hit by gas. I got 3 hearts and a golden sword. What could possibly go wrong? 1 hit. Let's try that again. Okay, big brain move. Just traded for a full set of diamond armor and some basic tools. I've not enchanted any of these, just what they come with. Why can't I get in there? That will. This will hopefully at least make us be able to get what's left of our gear back. Okay, round 2. Feeling a little bit more confident. This guy's got all my fully enchanted diamond stuff on. No way. Oh, he's just gone down. That's great. There goes all my gear. Come on. Right, is there anything left? Let's make it a bit more safe. Right, I'm going to see what's around and then... Oh, I've got a few bits. And then bring you back once I know what I've lost. Well, that was an extremely expensive netherite template. At least there is one in here, so we did get what we come for. However, I have lost all of my enchanted gear apart from a pickaxe, the hoe and my helmet. And my axe. So we'll need to go and trade for books and get them all fixed up after this. First up, let's duplicate some of these templates. Just takes a whole bunch of diamonds and a piece of netherrack. I have plenty of diamonds from all of the mining I was doing in the beginning of the season. And ideally one day I would like a diamond beacon, but that is for an episode down the line. Trading a bunch of pumpkins and melons now just to get my emeralds back up, as I will need to use a bunch to buy the books I need to put back onto all my armour and tools, as I lost most of them into the lava. Now I'm buying all the books. I will also need to get a whole bunch of XP, as I lost most of that when I died. I have a guardian farm though, so that will not take long at all. Now I'm here at the Guardian Farm getting a continuous trickle of XP. I've brought a couple of anvils with me and I'm going to slowly put all these books onto the corresponding tool or armour. Mining out all those nether tunnels has come in handy, as I need gold to make the netherite ingots. I'm going to fortune a bunch of this and hopefully it will have enough. And finally, after a whole lot of palaver, I am now fully netherite and fully enchanted again. That was a mission. What I thought would only take me about half an hour at the beginning of this episode has actually taken me an entire day. However, worth it now. At least if my gear or tools fall in the lava, they will just float and won't burn, making it a lot more difficult for me to actually lose all of my gear. I won't rule it out though, because it's still possible, but fingers crossed. First up, I want to build myself a blaze rod farm. What that will mean is that I have unlimited fuel and won't have to worry about mining for any coal. I will one day build myself a wither skeleton farm, but for now a blaze farm will be much quicker and easier. Hopefully, fingers crossed, famous last words. My first job here is to completely slab the entire fortress. What that means is that these blazes, like this guy, come back, won't be able to spawn. The only place they will then be able to spawn is in my farm. Slight diversion to the original plan. I am actually going to build myself a cobblestone generator. I need a whole bunch more slabs and I've run out of stone. I have found a what looks like a very good cobblestone generator on Silent Whisperer's YouTube channel. So I'm just collecting all the bits I need, and then I'll show you me building that. Look who it is. He has got bored of playing No Man's Sky and come back to Minecraft for a little bit. Okay, back to what I was doing. So this is the cobblestone generator. Basically, these waterlogged pistons will then touch lava that will then create the stone. I can use a fortune pickaxe to get cobblestone, or a silk cut touch pickaxe to get normal stone. And these pistons will push 2 different stone generators all into one nice, neat, tidy space, so that you are continually mining stone. I'll build it. As I say, I'm following a tutorial by Silent Whisperer. I'll put the links in the description below. And once it's built, I'll show you it running. And that is it up and running. As you can see, the top and bottom stone generators all feed the stone into where I'm then mining directly in front of me. Once we manage to get a couple of beacons going around here with some haste 2, this will be insta mining, so we'll increase our rates by, I don't know, 10-fold. But for now, this will create me more than enough stone or cobblestone that I need for my builds. Okay, that's it built. It's right next to our villager trading hall. Looks quite complicated, but actually when you build it, it's quite straightforward. Okay, up next, let's get back to building our blaze farm. Okay, if you slap a couple of torches around the outside of these blaze spawners and one on top, I find that 99% of the time these blazes here in front of me do not spawn. Occasionally you still get one random one appear. I don't know what you can do about that, but it's a darn sight better than being attacked by 5 or 6 every couple of seconds. So that's what I'm going to do. I do have 2 blaze spawners here. There is one to the right of that one I've just covered up, or lit up, so I am now going to... I had no choice, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, come on now. Oh, he's having a mare. I am going to now go and light up that second one if I can get there, and then we'll start building the actual farm. Actually, it turned out there was a whole extra part of the Nether Fortress that I hadn't noticed outside here, so I am continuing with the slabbing, but I am almost done. I think I've got that long piece just there to the right, and then we can actually then finally start building this blaze farm. Okay, the boxes underneath the 2 spawners have been dug out. This was an absolute pain. I've now got to completely surround this in glass. I'm just marking out where the glass needs to go, leaving a 4 gap all the way around. That's kind of spawning space. I continually get attacked by ghast, which is annoying to say the least, but that's all part of the fun and games of building in the Nether. I've now completely surrounded both these spawners with a glass box. In the Nether you can't use water, so you have to use lava instead. Lava is a bit more tricky to use because it doesn't flow as fast, so everything moves a lot slower in it. However, I'm going to use 4 buckets of lava, 2 on each side, to then funnel all the blazes, very slowly, but it does work, into a central area where I'll have a kill chamber. I'm going to push both spawners worth of blazes all into the same kill chamber, so then that will significantly speed up my rates. You can kind of get a feel for what the idea is. All the blazes fall into this lava. They will then slide out underneath this glass and then into what will be a kill chamber beneath those there signs. I do have to pillar up from beneath to build the kill chamber and a collection system, but that should be too difficult, and then I still need to get everything flowing from the other side into the same spot here. With this simple trident killer in place, that means once I put a lever on it to turn it off and on, I can throw a trident in there, and then any blazes that fall down into there will give me the looting free enchantment too. All I now need to do is make this area a bit more safe. I'm in a bit of a peculiar place underneath here, and then build the collection system, and then this farm is done. Okay, with the torches removed, the blazes are now spawning. The lava is purposely put 5 blocks below. That means that as they hit that lava, they're then out of the spawning range of that blaze spawner. That will then mean that both spawners should, like so, continually spawn blazes. And eventually there will be so many in here that it pushes each one faster and faster down into the kill chamber. I've got glass everywhere. This little collection area here is just a glass box basically. and I'm going to stand down here now for a little while, fire up the trident killer and let it warm up, and then once it's in full swing I'll show you it running at full speed. I have just added some glass down there on the front of our trident killer, this way we can see them falling in and being killed by the tridents. It's quite steady now. If we head up we should be able to see how full up it is. Yeah, okay. Oh, we got one that's outside, that's not good. Let's get rid of you. Oh, I can't reach it, can I? You're just going to shoot me and I've got... shield blocks fireballs, who knew? Can I get you somehow? Nope, but hey ho, look at all those blazes. As you can see, they slowly shuffle each other into the kill chamber. I'm sure that there's probably a way you can make this a bit more faster. However, this is my own design. I do like, where I can, trying to build things myself, and then each time I build it I will learn new things. Perhaps having a wider opening there so that they can push each other through a bit quicker, I don't know. But for now, this will supply me with all the blaze rods I will ever need. Now the blaze farm is complete, I will AFK that through the night. I have started building an addition to our railroad. My brother has started to build himself a little starter home, and he's done that about 150 blocks away from here. So I am going to connect him with a railway. That's the cobblestone in. Now time for the coarse dirt. Now using spruce to make the railway sleepers. Putting the railway in and then powering the powered rails. Using smooth stone slabs to act as the actual railway. All that's left now is to add the fencing around to make it safe. But whilst we're here we may as well have a little look to see what he's built. He's used the same path design as myself, so it all fits in. And this is the start of his starter home. I think at the moment he's just framing out his building, trying to get a feel for how we want it decorated. But once it's all complete, I will come back and show you what he's done. I've added a pathway now next to our railway. I just haven't filled it in yet. I'm not too sure I like this little platform here I've built, but it's kind of the only way I could come up with of connecting the path to the new path to the old existing path. But perhaps down the line we will redesign this little crossroads here, but for now this will more than suffice. Finally, with these stairs going in, all the lanterns are now in place and this path is complete. I think it's time we finally built that super smelter. Oh, I need 2 more stairs, typical. Okay, I have AFK'd this blaze rod farm. I might as well take that with me. That is not bad at all. That will keep me going for a little bit. I'm now collecting all the items I need for the super smelter. First up, I need to find a bunch of redstone, so I'm down here mining. This is just about everything I need to build it. Obviously I've got a lot of spruce wood and spruce slabs in this chest. That is because I am going to have it up on a platform. Of course, if you built this you wouldn't need all of that necessarily. I think it's time to build the giant platform first. Okay, the platform's in. I do plan on having a little set of stairs or something right in front of me here. And this platform is quite ginormous, as this is a 64 furnace super smelter. Will be absolutely ginormous. Let's get building. That is the collection system as such in place. This is where everything, once it's been smelted, will end up. I have used 4 double chests for that, because eventually I will be able to just load in shulker boxes full of stuff and let them smelt. The easiest way to build a super smelter is to work back from where all of the items are going to end up. So I will now have 2 lines of hoppers going into this set of hoppers going into the collection system. Each line of hoppers here will be 32 long, and then on top of there I will place the furnaces, so 32 on each line. And with those furnaces in place, that is 64 furnaces. I now need to put the hoppers in the top, and then I will have 2 hoppers going into the side of each of these. I'll explain why a little bit later on. That's the 2 hoppers going into the side of the furnaces done. I'm now just placing a single hopper going into the top of each furnace. On top of the first hopper going into the side of each furnace, I've placed a solid block, leaving out the last 5 on each side. What the idea of this is that I'll be able to power that block, locking the hopper, and ultimately meaning that when I use this furnace I'll have the option of either using all 64 or just 10 furnaces. I've now placed rail on top of all these hoppers. That's a simple back and forward 2 lines, and then I have a line going all the way up and round and back to there, which will be to fill up the coal. This circuit on top of here will lock all those hoppers so that I can toggle between using 64 furnaces and just 10. By using this EFO hopper clock, I can set how long I want my mine carts to be sat waiting before they get set off along the top of the furnaces. That way, each time the hoppers go backwards and forwards across the hoppers, they will have enough time to refill before they set off again. Once I've got this in place, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, this is basically complete. I'll give this a little test run very soon, and then you can see how ridiculously fast this is. If anyone is interested in a tutorial on how to build this, then let me know down in the comments. I will happily do one. I have been running the blaze farm for a while now so that we can load up our super smelter with plenty of fuel. Let's have a look to see what we got. Yep, that will do us. In the Nether Tunnel design I do have glazed terracotta. So I think for our maiden test of the super smelter, we will smelt an absolute ton of terracotta. So I'm out here in the Badlands. This was right next to our desert from whenever we found the desert many episodes ago. So I'm going to completely fill my inventory, and then I need to dye this all black because it needs to be black terracotta, and then we will give our super smelter a quick test. Look at that, every furnace is on. That minecart going around is the one that is filling up the fuel, and then if we wait for the hopper clock to fire, there we go, it's just fired. That sends off the 2 hoppers, the minecart hoppers on the top there. Resounding success. Okay, they've all just gone off. Let's see. Oh, look at that. I mean, that must have done all 18 stacks in, I don't know, 5 minutes, if that. Absolutely amazing. Right, brilliant. We now have a super smelter. Let's not forget, in this episode we created this additional part of our railway with path that goes to my brother's new area. He's built himself a starter base. I don't believe he's actually put anything in it yet, but he has completed the outside shell, put the roof on. He has also got himself a nice platform going out here, to which I think he's around here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. He's doing a bit of terraforming. I believe he's got a plan for a mine shaft for himself and an idea for a portal, but we'll have to check back in the next episode to see his progress. We also built this absolutely epic stone generator, and of course you can get cobblestone from that too. Our crazy super smelter. This super smelter smelts 64 a stack basically every 10 seconds, but it can also be toggled to only use 10 furnaces for jobs that don't require a crazy amount of stuff to be smelted. I also didn't record it, but I have cut out another 150 squares in the Nether. And finally, our blaze farm. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you got this far. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.